In 1979, Heidi Roizen graduated from Stanford University with a degree in creative writing. She ended up taking that degree to tandem. Now, she was up against 60 other applicants. The reason she got the job? Networking. She had a friend who happened to know the person who did all the hiring, and she made a phone call. Soon, she became the editor of the employee newsletter. Now, this put her in contact with the CEO and allowed her to sit in on the executive meetings. This helped teach her a great deal about business and helped develop her love of business. She once again used her connections to get a letter of recommendation from the CEO to attend, once again, Stanford for a graduate degree in business. She ended up graduating for a second time in 1983, and this time she went to work with her brother, who had developed a software program called TeamMaker. When she was with TeamMaker, she spent a lot of time going to conferences, having conversations, and most importantly, she made friends. And she showed them that she had a mind for business, and she was capable of creating solutions and coming up with brand new ideas and being effective. Becoming the vice president of worldwide developer relations for Apple in 1996, she really learned her networking skills. When Apple's market share was starting to decrease, she called in to her network for every favor she could get her hands on. The fact that she was so likable and she had such a strong social connection with these people, she had garnered their loyalty. She was able to bring them out of their slump. But her time at Apple was very demanding, and eventually, after just a year, she left Apple and she went to work for herself. And she became what she liked to call mentor capitalist. For a stake in the company, she would come on to the board of directors, and she would use her expertise and her knowledge that she had garnered through her time at TeamMaker and Apple and through her education to help build the companies and get in at the ground floor. She treated her relationships with people very similarly. She made friends with the ones that she believed would become successful based on their qualities. She liked people who were talented and intelligent. And in turn, she invested her time to create a friendship with them. Just like getting in with a new company, she was able to help them grow, and they were able to help her grow. And she knew that she could rely on them because they knew they could rely on her. She had something that no one else did. She had knowledge. She had personal knowledge of these individual people and what their interests were and what would appeal to them. And that knowledge is very scarce, and it made her so incredibly valuable. When her time as a mentor capitalist came to an end, she wanted to branch out. Luckily, because she had made all these connections over the years, she was able to. And she began working for SoftBank. And she was able to stay away from things such as the proximity principle and the echo chamber, even though it was slightly threatened for a little while there. But when she went to go work at SoftBank, she really showed that she was a giver when she didn't need to. She would give her expertise away. She would tell people why she had to reject them. And she didn't need to do that. She earned people's respect and their loyalty with her willingness to help and her willingness to say no. She was able to prevent being at the bottom rung of the success ladder, because she gave as much as she could and never tried to give any more than that. And she showed how being a giver can make you successful. In conclusion, I believe that just about every concept from the readings can apply to the Heidi Roizen case. And I believe that she shows us a very appropriate way to apply all these concepts.